I am currently kitty nap trapped. I don't have my microphone or my light, but I thought it'd be fun to talk about some names that from the time I started considering myself like a name nerd that I swore up and down to be a future child's name that I am no longer intending to ever use, even though I still think they're all fantastic. The first name that I just loved for so long, from like 5th grade until 9th grade, I swore I was gonna have a daughter named Cordelia and call her Cody, and I still love that. I think it's so fun and pretty. Cordelia is just not quite like the vibe I resonate with as much as I used to, even though I think like an alter ego of myself would still use that in a heartbeat. I've shared this before, but for years and years and years, I like gate kept, I guess, the name Calvin. I just thought it was so nice and sweet and just like classic but not overdone. And then now my last name is Klein, so we're not gonna have a baby Calvin Klein. When I was young, I used to like to write like fantasy novels, except I never finished them, so I liked to write like the first 20 pages of fantasy novels, and whenever I would start a new one, the protagonist's name would be Avelina, and I thought like maybe if I was really cool when I grew up, I would name a daughter Avelina. I don't intend on doing that. I do think it sounds very pretty still. When I was like maybe 12 or 13, I was obsessed with the name Ryder for a boy, and it's like so outside of my current like taste in boys' names. But at the time, I was like, this is like just had like the coolest vibe to me, and I'm not disputing. I still think it's a cool name. It's just like very outside of what I currently gravitate to. In high school, my friend's cousin had a baby and named her Talia with the H, like Thalia, and I just thought like visually it was the prettiest name I'd ever seen. I still think it's very pretty, just not one I would use. When I was young, I definitely obsessed over a lot more girls' names than I did boys' names, but the first boys' name I ever was like crazy about was the name Phineas. I read it in a book maybe like a 4th or 5th grade, and I just thought it was so cool sounding. I had never heard it, never seen it, and I just thought it was so unique. And like just like felt like a one-of-a-kind option. And then the show Phineas and Ferb came out and I was devastated. The one that most recently fell off my list of names that I would potentially use just a few years ago is the name Veda. I still love the name Veda. It makes me feel very nostalgic. It makes me think of the movie My Girl, which makes me think of us having slumber parties at my grandparents' house. I would always watch that, even though it made me like uncontrollably sob. I still think Veda's so cool, so pretty, and if I woke up tomorrow and had like 10 daughters I had to name, Veda would probably be like that 9th or 10th daughter that I would name. And here's the cat tax. This is Gherkin. Hey, sleepyhead.